Hi villaging friends, and welcome to my little corner of YouTube. My name is Darren and this is my channel update for May of 2026. So let's pick up right where we left off at the end of April with the Half-O-Ween celebration vignette. I had so much fun making this particular vignette. There were a couple of moments that were a little nerve-wracking. Working with Easy Water, this is probably the first time I've worked with it in a little over 10 years, not a little bit longer. So that was quite the experience. And then on top of that, working with the other features, all the flowers, it was just a really wonderful and fun experience. Now, while I was making this particular platform, I also did two accessories. One is going to be the skeleton lamp, so let's talk about that one for a moment. I'm going to be putting out a video on how to do a complete breakdown and relighting of the skeleton lamp by Lemax. Traditionally, these came with hyper white LEDs in each of the skulls, and first, I have an aversion to hyper white. Second, it's just too bright. I have painted these in the past, I've done other things, I've covered them up, but ultimately, if you like the hyper white and you want them to dim down a little bit, I highly recommend changing out the resistor that's going to be in the battery pack to a 1/4 watt 2000 ohm resistor. That'll dim it down to a really good level to where it's not washing out everything in its general vicinity. So with this particular video, there is going to be a bit of a warning with it. In order to fix it per se, you're going to have to break it. But if you break it correctly, you'll never see the damage when it's put back together. So definitely be on the lookout for that video. It's going to be a fun time. And of course, in addition to this, I made the Half-O-Ween tree, which went smack dab in the middle of Half-O-Ween. Now this particular tree is a wire-based tree that is encapsulated in glue. I did run some electric up through it so I could do solder point connections basically at the top of the tree on the back side. And with this tree, there are 3 sets of vintage Department 56 LED lights that are pumpkin lights that I completely cut up to put into this particular tree. In addition to that, there is a set of 10 lights circa 1993 to 96 that are incandescent, which are larger pumpkins. Now, I really love these. They look absolutely fantastic. The incandescent light looks great, but unfortunately there is a problem. In the 2 weeks that I've actually had the tree completed and in place, I've already had 3 of the pumpkins burn out, and I've had to harvest bulbs from the other strings. So not knowing how these have been stored, the fact that they're 20-year-old bulbs, going forward, I'm going to be retrofitting all of that to LED. Every single one of them is going to be retrofitted. Now, these lights are also kind of fun because the scale is actually perfect for your village or vignette, whether you're working with Lemax, Department 56, FG Square. It's a really great scale on these. And the best part is they're really easy to take off the string of lights. So in addition to just the pumpkins, there were other styles that came out at that time, and I've been able to collect them all. So we have skulls, we have ghosts, and we have candy corns. These were basically all made by the same manufacturer for multiple companies. So if you're online, you're looking for mini 10 light Halloween sets, the Department 56 is no different than the AC Moore, which is no different than the Spooky Hollow, which is no different than the Walmart version. They're all the same. Down to the construction, the battery boxes, they're all literally the same. So just if you're looking around online for that, there really is no difference in quality, so shop away. Now, we are 6 months to Halloween, which means I'm actually only 3 months to Halloween. And the reason I say that is, for us spooky folk, we generally like to put up our stuff, July 5th. So we have July 5th to October 31st, and that's a good stretch of time. Some of us diehard fans may go after Easter. No comment. But from October 31st to December 25th is a really short time. And last year I started working on Holiday Hills and I really didn't get it finished. There were things that I really wanted to get to, I just ran out of time. So this year, I want to give myself plenty of time to finish Holiday Hills. So I am starting my Halloween Village now. And in order to prep for the Halloween Village, I'm still on the fence about the platform, to be perfectly honest. I've kind of assessed what I want to put out this year. And 2 sections of my 3-section village work for the most part. Middle section, absolutely perfect. The far right section had a cemetery last year. I kind of want to pull back on the left-end pieces that I've been displaying and do some other pieces from both Department 56 and Lemax. It is Department 56's 50th anniversary after all, so I feel like a nice nod to them would be warranted this year. Now, still debating, do I build a new platform or do I just refurbish what I have? So we'll see once I get a few other things repaired and also a few other things reimagined, then we'll carry on to that particular aspect of it. So let's talk about a couple of things that you're going to see coming down the pipeline. So let's talk about repairs and possibly refurbishments and or reimaginings. So the first one up out of the gate is going to be The Last House on the Left by Leamx. Now, I picked this up on eBay for $35. It's a non-functional piece. And when it got to me, it is absolutely pristine. All the accessories are there. Nothing is unglued. There's no paint chips. It looks beautiful. It's a porcelain piece from 2013. Now, as the auction description stated, it's non-functional. And I verified that with a Leamx 4.5 volt power source. Now, here's a handy trick. If you get a piece that is Lemax that has motion and let's say it doesn't work or just stopped working, a quick and easy test is to actually overvolt it a little bit. And I have some third-party power supplies that provide just a little bit more power than the standard Lemax power supplies. This is generally enough to get the house going to where the lights work, the sound, and you check your sound, and of course see if the motion is working. In this case, the motion was not working, so I know I have a blown motor, and we'll be going in and tearing this down and replacing the motor, and of course providing that video to you. In addition to that, there is Dr. Lunatic's Laboratory from Department 56. This year marks 50 years of Department 56 and I believe 26 years of the Half-O-Ween line. So I definitely want to do a nod to Department 56 other than just lighted accessories. So I'm going to be taking this piece apart. We're going to be assessing the damage and either repairing or doing something completely different. When I picked this one up, it was $20 on eBay because the auction stated all of the internals quit working. The previous owner went in underneath where the monster is, because that comes out pretty easily, and stuffed it full of battery-powered string lights, which admittedly didn't look half bad, but this piece is capable of so much more. So that's going to be coming up down the line. In addition to that, there's some reimaginings that are coming as well from working with, right out of the gate, the Lit Ghost by Department 56. Now, these are a series of 3 lit ghosts. They're a hyper white. And that's strike one against them. But strike two is the fact that the wires between them are very short. I think all in all, between all 3 from start to end, it's only about 8 to 9 inches. There's not a lot of play with these. So I definitely want to expand them out. And the hyper white aesthetic is just really not my style. I prefer a little bit more of a Scooby-Doo style. So I have an idea for a fun, probably multi-tone flickering effect to make them spooky. For my Halloween build this year. So that is going to be coming down the pipeline. In addition to that, there are the Haunted or Cursed trash cans by Department 56. I absolutely love these. They're hilarious when you look at them. And they have a backlit effect for the eyes. Now, I'm going to make that a little bit more sinister with a breathing effect versus the static light. So that's going to be on the list as well. And there are more things coming too, but I'll leave those for next month. So if you have made it this far through my rant of everything that's going on for my channel, I greatly appreciate your viewership. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here. And of course, until next time, keep on villaging.
Just lose control and chase the house. Leave all your tears, we're on tight now.